Welcome back to the N.y.a show. I hope that we all locked in here. I done did everything to try to get everything set up on my end. Happy Sunday, happy Super Bowl Sunday. I hope that everybody put down in the comments was going for a baby because by now you either won you some money or you lost you some money. So welcome back to the show. So I time stamped this one right here. Great weekend. No complaints here on my end. Please be sure that you check out the last N.y.a show as well as the what do we call them on YouTube? Our shorts. Please check out our shorts and thank you for the continued support. Always be sure that you go check out Spirit Arrested, which is a award-winning short film starring my beautiful wife by W3 Filmed It. Please go check that out on YouTube. Like, share, comment, subscribe, do all of those great things. Now, I am going to get right into this story about what the place that we keep up with, which is Haiti. And now the presidential cabinet, that they had that was supposed to get things back in order over there in Haiti has completely left things in the hands of the appointed U.S. option, United States option, and we're going to see what comes from this going forth in the future. Let's type into the video.
A final photo for Haiti's Transitional Presidential Council amid heavy security at the government office in Port-au-Prince on Saturday. The tumultuous governance by the nine-member body, intended to curb the bloody gang conflict and bring about long-delayed elections, came to an end with no succession plan in place. It ruled alongside a US-backed prime minister who's expected to remain in power and will now be solely in charge of the country. The Presidential Council has done its work by paving the way for governance that is mindful of security and electoral issues. The Transitional Council's term was marked by a deterioration in security, corruption accusations and political infighting. In January, Fils-Aimé survived an attempt by the council to remove him, with members backing down as Washington threatened serious consequences if this were to take place. He now faces the daunting task of organizing the country's first general elections in a decade on his own. Haiti last held polls in 2016 and has been without an elected president since the 2021 assassination of Jovenel Moïse. The United Nations says gangs killed nearly 6,000 people in Haiti last year. About 1.5 million people, or 10% of the population, have been displaced by the violence.
All right, so that gets us caught up on what's going on here, as well as this story about, he becomes the sole leader after the Transitional Presidential Council handed it over to him, appointed by us in the United States. So I will cover it, Haiti so long, y'all, in this situation since the assassination of the president back in 2021, no real order since then. Gangs are controlled. Remember barbecue? I'm pretty sure barbecue is still out there doing his thing gang wise. We got Ariel Henry, who stepped down and got him out of there. I've done stories with him. People that were a part of the old council were getting caught up in charges for what happened to the president back then. So I'm at the point where I'm pretty sure they do not like that the United States stepped into there that far, and that they saying that they threatening sanctions. So like, how much of this is really by Haiti for the Haitians? But we have to remember here, man, like, I don't know what do we do here when we haven't had elections since 2016, and then the president that was elected was assassinated, man. Bullets, man, went through this man, you know what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of bullets. Oh, it was orchestrated. And y'all ain't have no plan. That's why I be like, we got to keep order, man, because people don't be having plans. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are truly on this whole ordeal when it comes to now being a sole appointed United States person, prime minister, backed by the United States. At this point, the United States, we're now going to get in there, provide assistance to all of those displaced people, try to get them some form of life, get the economy back going, get some goddamn products moving and shaking. We got to get some elections had, got to get the military. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but we got to get the military in there. We got to curb the gangs, whichever gang, that they end up rocking with the most. That's what that's maybe end up being, what it is. And finally they'll step out of the way. Like, of course, y'all can, let me know in the comments of what you think overall, but I just don't know. We've been without a leader over there in Haiti. It's 2026. President was assassinated in 2021. No election since then. The presidential council been there. People motherfuckers still ain't got what they needed. Ain't got the resources that they needed. And here we are again. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, the several political actors have endorsed this outcome. The political party L'Agence Noir, led by former National Education Fund director Sterling Silver, said consolidating power under the prime minister were necessary to restore stability and swiftly organize elections, which are currently scheduled for August. We're going to check back in August and see what came of those elections and who was elected and if it actually goes down. I'm aware of the states the government's let it get here. Yeah, we understand the work that's been put in to get to this point, but there's still no real solution. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to get some type of military intervention, because if the gangs running, running the streets, they don't want people to say they want the United States to fall. Like, do y'all want to? Is this really what y'all want? All the people who had the most guns to now be the ones that's running the country until we get elections had, and we don't know when that's going to happen again? Please let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. I did not come to hold y'all too long, but I did want to tap back into what's been going on over there in Haiti as we get an update that now Alex Didier Phil becomes Haiti's de facto head of state after the transitional presidential council exit. You know what I'm saying? That is over now. Let's see what we get now with this new deal. You guys, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this story. I always appreciate the support. Please be sure to support me on all your other outlets. And it's the N.y.a show. I'll be back with y'all next week.